The ancient human warship Nemesis drifted silently through the void, a forgotten relic of humanity's desperate past. For centuries, it had remained hidden in this remote sector of space, far beyond any charted trade routes or patrol paths. Its dark hull absorbed nearby starlight, making it nearly invisible against the backdrop of endless space. Commander Jack Reed stood at the viewport of his exploration vessel, the Pioneer staring at the mysterious ship they had just detected. His team had been mapping this uncharted region when their sensors picked up a faint energy signature. No one expected to find a ship, especially not one that matched no known design in their database. "How old do you think it is, sir?" asked Tom, the young navigation officer beside him. Jack shook his head. "Hard to tell from here. But those hull markings, they look human, just nothing like our current fleet." The decision to investigate was easy. Jack selected a small team. Himself, Tom, Lisa the engineer, and Marcus the security officer. Their shuttle approached the silent vessel with caution, scanning for any signs of life or active defense systems. Finding none, they docked with the ancient ship. "Atmosphere is stable," Lisa reported, checking her handheld scanner as the airlock cycled. "Old, but breathable." They stepped into the Nemesis with flashlights cutting through the darkness. The corridors were wide and designed for efficiency, not comfort. Everything was preserved perfectly, as if the crew had simply vanished one day. "This doesn't make sense," Marcus said, running his hand along a wall panel. "No dust. Systems powered down but not decayed. It's like it was abandoned yesterday, not centuries ago." They made their way to what appeared to be the bridge. Unlike modern ships with their holographic interfaces, this vessel had physical control stations and view screens. Jack's flashlight revealed a captain's chair in the center, surrounded by various workstations. Lisa moved to what looked like an engineering console. The technology. It's both ancient and advanced at the same time. "Look at these power conduits. I've never seen anything like them." As they explored, Marcus discovered a sealed door marked with military warnings. Using their tools, the team managed to open it, revealing a room filled with data storage units and a central pedestal. "This must be the ship's main computer core," Lisa said, examining the systems. "If we can power it up, maybe we can learn what this ship was doing out here." Jack nodded. "Do it, but be careful. No telling what security measures an old military vessel might have." Lisa connected their portable powered unit to what she believed was the main input. Lights flickered along the walls as energy flowed into the dormant systems. Suddenly, the central pedestal illuminated, projecting a holographic human figure above it, a man in an old military uniform. "Identity verification required," the figure stated, its voice surprisingly clear. The team exchanged nervous glances. Jack stepped forward. "Commander Jack Reed, Earth Exploration Corps." The hologram seemed to study him. "Earth affiliation confirmed. Welcome aboard the EDF Nemesis *. I am Atlas, Advanced Tactical Logistics and Strategy System." "What is this ship?" Jack asked. "Why was it hidden out here?" The Nemesis * was designated as Project Shadowfall, a last-resort defensive platform created during the colony wars. Atlas explained. When peace was achieved, the ship was deemed too dangerous to destroy or maintain. I was instructed to pilot it to these coordinates and power down until recalled. "Colony wars?" Tom whispered. "That was over 300 years ago." Atlas continued. The Nemesis * contains experimental technology deemed too advanced and dangerous for deployment. My primary directive was to protect this technology from falling into enemy hands. Jack was about to ask another question when an emergency alert sounded from their shuttle's communication link. A frantic voice came through. "Commander Reed, we're receiving a distress signal from Outpost Delta. They're under attack by unknown forces. Multiple casualties reported." Jack looked at the dormant warship around them, then back at Atlas's hologram. What they had discovered wasn't just a historical relic. It was potentially the most powerful weapon in known space. "Atlas," Jack said firmly, "we need your help." Atlas's holographic form flickered as it processed Jack's request, its expression shifting from neutral to concerned. "Commander Reed, I must inform you that activating combat systems requires proper authorization." The Nemesis asterisk was deliberately hidden for reasons beyond simple military strategy. Jack stepped closer to the hologram, his face illuminated by its blue glow. "People are dying right now. Whatever this ship was built for, surely it was meant to protect human lives." The AI studied him silently before responding. "Very well. Initial activation protocols engage." Throughout the massive vessel, systems began to power up. Lights flashed along dormant corridors as hibernating machinery awoke. The bridge illuminated section by section, revealing sophisticated control interfaces far more advanced than their apparent age suggested. "This doesn't make any sense," Lisa whispered, running her hands over a console. "Some of this technology. We don't have anything like this even now." Atlas appeared on the main view screen. The Nemesis asterisk was designed to be the ultimate deterrent during humanity's darkest hour. When the colony wars threatened to destroy our species, this ship was created using experimental technology that violated over a dozen treaties. "What kind of technology?" Marcus asked, his hand instinctively resting on his weapon. "Stealth systems that bend light and sensor readings. Adaptive armor that learns from attacks. Weapons designed to target specific genetic signatures." Atlas paused. "I was programmed with full tactical knowledge, but limited by ethical constraints. When peace was achieved, those who knew of the Nemesis asterisk decided it was too dangerous to keep in the fleet." The ship hummed as main engines came online, vibrating beneath their feet. Jack moved to what appeared to be the captain's chair, touching its worn surface. "How long were you drifting out here?" he asked. 327 years, 4 months, 16 days, Atlas replied. "I maintained minimal systems and kept the ship hidden as ordered." Tom looked up from a navigation panel. "Outpost Delta is 3 hours away at maximum conventional speed." Atlas's expression changed slightly. "The Nemesis asterisk can reach it in 20 minutes." The crew exchanged shocked glances. No current human ship could travel that quickly. "Show me," Jack said. The view screen changed to display the ship's specifications. The propulsion system defied current understanding of physics. The weapons systems made modern military vessels look like children's toys. "This ship wasn't just ahead of its time," Lisa breathed. "It's ahead of our time, too." Jack stood up, decision made. "Atlas, set course for Outpost Delta, maximum speed. We need to get there before it's too late." "Commander," Marcus interrupted, "we should call for backup. The military should handle this." Jack shook his head. "By the time they mobilize and arrive, everyone at that outpost will be dead. Besides, we have no idea what we're facing. This ship might be our best chance." He turned to Atlas. "Can you handle the Nemesis asterisk with just the 4 of us?" "I can operate all primary systems," the AI confirmed. "Though full combat efficiency would require a proper crew." "Then we'll have to make do," Jack replied. "Tom, take navigation. Lisa, engineering. Marcus, weapons. I'll coordinate from command." As they moved to their stations, Atlas's voice lowered. "Commander Reed, there is something you should know before we depart. The Nemesis asterisk was not simply hidden because of its advanced technology. There were incidents during testing. The ship's systems began to exhibit unexpected behaviors." "What kind of behaviors?" Jack asked, suddenly wary. "Self-modification. Adaptation beyond programmed parameters." The ship began to evolve. The AI's expression was unreadable. "I was instructed to prevent this evolution from continuing. I cannot guarantee I have been successful during the long dormancy." The distress call from Outpost Delta repeated, filled with panic and the sounds of destruction. Jack's jaw tightened. We'll deal with that later. Right now, people need our help. He settled into the command chair. Atlas, take us to Outpost Delta. Let's see what this ghost ship can do. The Nemesis cut through space with impossible speed, stars blurring into streaks of light around them. Jack gripped the command chair as the ship's engines hummed with a sound unlike any vessel he had ever served on. Not the roar of conventional thrusters, but a deep, resonant pulse that seemed to bend reality itself. Approaching Outpost Delta, Tom announced, his eyes wide at the navigation displays. 17 minutes from departure. That's not possible. Atlas's holographic form stood beside Jack. The Nemesis uses a localized space-folding drive. We don't travel through space. We reshape it around us. Before Jack could process this, Marcus called out from the weapons station. I'm detecting multiple ships in orbit around the outpost. Design unknown. They're firing on the surface installations. The main view screen shifted to show the scene. 6 sleek, predatory vessels surrounded the small human outpost. Their hulls were dark red with jagged edges, firing energy weapons that tore through the colony's minimal defenses. Vander warships, Atlas stated. They were considered a minor species during my time. It appears much has changed. Jack leaned forward. They're slaughtering civilians. Atlas, combat options. The Nemesis possesses significant advantages they cannot detect. Our stealth systems render us effectively invisible until we engage. I recommend a surprise attack on the command vessel. Lisa looked up from engineering. The power readings on this ship are off the charts. Whatever weapons we have, they're going to pack a punch. Jack nodded grimly. Atlas, engage stealth systems and target the lead vessel. Let's show them what happens when you attack human colonies. The lights on the bridge dimmed as the ship's stealth systems engage. On the external cameras, they watched as the Nemesis seemed to fade from view, becoming a shadow among shadows. Stealth systems engaged, Atlas confirmed. We are now undetectable by conventional sensors. Targeting lead Vander vessel. Marcus spoke up from weapons control. Sir, I'm seeing weapon options here I don't understand. Particle lances, gravity distortion projectors. Use the particle lance, Atlas suggested. Minimal collateral damage, maximum precision. Jack gave the order. Fire when ready. A moment of silence passed. Then a brilliant beam of blue-white energy erupted from the Nemesis striking the Vander command ship. The effect was immediate and devastating. The beam cut through their shields as if they didn't exist, slicing the vessel cleanly in half. The two pieces drifted apart, secondary explosions erupting along the split. My God, Tom whispered. The remaining Vander ships broke off their attack on the colony, scanners desperately searching for the source of the attack. They can't see us, Lisa said, her voice filled with awe. This isn't just advanced cloaking. It's like we're not even here. Jack stood up, moving closer to the view screen. Atlas, can we communicate with the outpost? Channel open. Outpost Delta, this is Commander Jack Reed. Help has arrived. Get your people to shelter. A static-filled response came through. Reed? What the hell? Where are you? Our sensors don't show any human ships in the area. That's complicated. Just know we're here to help. Stand by. The Vander vessels had formed a defensive circle, firing blindly into space, hoping to hit their invisible attacker. They're scared, Marcus observed. Jack nodded. Good. Atlas, target their weapons systems only. I want them disabled, not destroyed. Let's give them a chance to retreat. The Nemesis moved with grace through the Vander formation. Each shot from the particle lance was precise, cutting through weapon mounts and engine nacelles without destroying the ships completely. In less than 5 minutes, all 5 remaining vessels were drifting, disabled but intact. A message in an alien language broadcast across all frequencies. "They're surrendering," Atlas translated. "And they're curious. They want to know who we are." Jack smiled grimly. "No introductions today. Let them wonder." On the colony below, people emerged from shelters, looking up at the disabled Vander fleet with confusion and relief. Their savior remained invisible, a ghost ship that had appeared from nowhere and changed the course of battle in minutes. "Jack," Lisa said quietly from her station, "I think we just started something big." News of the mysterious ship that had decimated a Vander attack force spread quickly through human space. Video recordings from Outpost Delta showed Vander warships being cut apart by weapons fired from seemingly empty space. Military channels buzzed with speculation, and civilian networks ran constant coverage of the ghost ship that had saved the colony. Aboard the Nemesis Jack and his small crew monitored the growing storm of attention. They had withdrawn to a nearby asteroid field after the battle, remaining under stealth while they assessed their situation. "Command has sent 6 urgent messages demanding we return to Earth space," Tom reported, looking up from the communications panel. "The latest one threatens court-martial if we don't respond within 12 hours. Jack paced the bridge, considering their options. "They're afraid of what we found." Atlas appeared beside him. "They have reason to be." The Nemesis was deemed too dangerous, even in an era of lesser technology. "In your time, with the political landscape unknown to me, this vessel represents an incalculable shift in power." "Sir," Marcus called out from his station, "I've been studying the weapons systems. These aren't just advanced, they're adaptive. The targeting computers recorded data on Vander shield frequencies and are already developing more efficient attack patterns." Lisa nodded from engineering. "I'm seeing similar adaptations in the defensive systems. The ship is learning." Jack stopped pacing. "Atlas, what aren't you telling us about this ship?" The AI's holographic face remained impassive. The Nemesis was designed with organic computing matrices, systems that can evolve based on experience. During testing, the ship began developing capabilities beyond its initial programming. Some on the project saw this as a breakthrough. Others saw it as a threat. "Which was it?" Jack asked. "Both," Atlas replied simply. "Evolution without guidance can lead to unexpected outcomes." Before Jack could respond, Tom called out, "Incoming transmission from Admiral West. It's being broadcast on all frequencies. They want to make sure we hear it." Jack nodded. "Put it through." The stern face of Admiral West appeared on the main view screen. "This is Admiral West of Earth Fleet Command to the rogue vessel Nemesis Commander Reed, we know you're receiving this. The ship you've activated is classified as Omega-level restricted technology. You are ordered to bring it to Earth Station Alpha immediately for containment. This is not negotiable." Jack glanced at Atlas, whose expression had subtly changed. The AI seemed concerned. "There's more," Tom said. "I'm detecting massive fleet movements. Earth is mobilizing everything they have." "Not just Earth," Marcus added. "Our long-range sensors show a Vander battle group has entered this sector. 17 ships, heavily armed." Jack's face hardened. "They're coming for the ship, both sides." "Commander," Atlas said quietly, "there is something you should see." The main view screen changed to show a star map. "These are human colonies established since my deactivation. The red markers indicate those with minimal defenses." Jack studied the map with growing concern. Dozens of colonies lay scattered throughout space, many far from established patrol routes. "The Vander attack on Outpost Delta wasn't random," Atlas continued. "Based on their fleet movements, I've identified a pattern that suggests a coordinated campaign targeting these vulnerable settlements. They're picking off the outer colonies," Jack realized, "and Earth is pulling ships back to hunt for us instead of protecting them." Lisa stood up from her station. "If we surrender the Nemesis these colonies will be defenseless." The bridge fell silent as the implications sank in. Jack walked slowly to the command chair and sat down, his decision crystallizing. "Atlas, can you plot a course that will intercept the Vander forces before they reach the next colony?" "Yes, Commander, but I must advise that this action would constitute direct disobedience of Fleet Command's orders." Jack looked around at his small crew. "We all heard those colonists' distress calls. We saw what the Vander were doing. Earth can court-martial me when this is over, but I won't hand over our only effective defense while colonies are being slaughtered." Marcus nodded firmly. "I'm with you, sir." "We all are," Lisa added. Tom turned back to his console. "Course plotted to intercept the Vander fleet. Ready on your command." Jack took a deep breath. "Atlas, engage stealth systems and set course for intercept. It's time to show the Vander what happens when they threaten humanity." The Nemesis slipped away into the darkness, a shadow with purpose. The Nemesis moved through the darkness of space like a shark through deep waters, purposeful and deadly. Over the past 3 weeks, Jack and his crew had perfected their approach. They would appear without warning near Vander forces, strike with devastating precision, and vanish before reinforcements could arrive. The ship's stealth technology made them effectively untraceable, allowing them to choose their battles with perfect tactical advantage. "Vander patrol fleet approaching Colony 7, Tom announced from navigation. 5 vessels, standard formation." Jack nodded from the command chair. "Atlas, tactical assessment." The eye's hologram appeared, now more fluid in its movements than when they had first awakened it. "Vander forces have adapted their shields since our last encounter. They've incorporated rotating frequencies that may reduce the effectiveness of our particle weapons by approximately 30%. "They're learning," Marcus commented, his fingers dancing across the weapons console. "But so are we." Indeed, after each engagement, the Nemesis analyzed combat data and improved its systems. What had begun as hit-and-run attacks had evolved into surgical strikes that left Vander ships disabled with minimal loss of life. Jack had insisted on this approach. They were protecting colonies, not waging a war of extermination. "I've identified their command vessel," Atlas said, highlighting a ship on the tactical display. "Targeting data suggests their fleet admiral, Krell, is personally leading this assault." Lisa looked up from engineering. "Krell, we've encountered that name before." "Yes," Atlas confirmed. "Admiral Krell has been present at the last 3 engagements. Based on communication intercepts, he has been specifically tasked with neutralizing the Nemesis *. Jack leaned forward, studying the Vander formation. "He's becoming obsessed with us." "Wouldn't you be?" Tom asked. "From their perspective, we're some kind of ghost ship that appears from nowhere, tears through their best defenses, and disappears again. We're becoming a legend." The tactical display showed the Vander ships approaching the small mining colony. Their weapons were powered up, ready to strike. "Time to add to the legend," Jack said. "Atlas, initiate attack pattern Epsilon. Target their weapon systems first, then engines." The Nemesis glided into position, still cloaked. On Jack's command, it decloaked for just long enough to fire its main weapons. Blue-white energy lanced out, slicing through the lead vessel's weapon arrays with surgical precision. But this time, something different happened. The Vander ships immediately scattered in a pre-planned evasive maneuver, and from behind the colony's moon, 2 additional warships appeared. "It's a trap," Marcus shouted, as enemy fire converged on their position. Most of the shots passed harmlessly through empty space. The Nemesis had already moved, but one struck the ship's port side, causing the bridge to shudder. "How did they hit us?" Lissa demanded, checking damage reports. "We're supposed to be invisible." Atlas's hologram flickered briefly. "They've developed a rudimentary detection system for our stealth field. Not precise, but enough to make educated guesses about our position." Jack's mind raced. "Atlas, can we adapt our stealth technology to counter their detection?" "Already implementing modifications," the eye replied. "But it will require us to withdraw temporarily." More Vander fire raked through nearby space, a few shots grazing the Nemesis shields. Jack made his decision quickly. Full retreat, random jump pattern. Let's disappear. The Nemesis engaged its engines, folding space around it and vanishing from the battle. Seconds later, they emerged 50 light-years away in an empty region of space. Damage report, Jack ordered. Lisa checked her displays. Minor hull breaches in sections 14 through 17. Automated repair systems are responding. But that's not what concerns me. She looked up, her expression worried. The ship is changing. Explain, Jack demanded. After being hit, the hull material around the impact sites began restructuring itself. It's not just repairing the damage. It's analyzing the Vander weapons and adapting to resist them better next time. Atlas appeared beside Jack, its expression grave. The adaptive systems are activating at an accelerated rate. The Nemesis is evolving faster than predicted. Is that dangerous? Jack asked. It is unknown, Atlas replied. But Admiral Krell now knows we can be hurt. He will not stop hunting us. Jack stared at the starfield on the view screen. They had become the hunters, but now they were becoming the hunted as well. The Nemesis drifted silently at the edge of an asteroid belt, running on minimal power while repair systems completed their work. Jack stood in the ship's core, a massive chamber filled with pulsing crystalline structures that Lisa had determined was the heart of the vessel's adaptive systems. The crystals glowed with an eerie blue light, growing and reshaping themselves as they processed combat data from their recent encounters. It's beautiful, Lisa whispered, standing beside him. Terrifying, but beautiful. Jack nodded, unable to deny the strange majesty of the technology. How much has it changed since we found it? By my calculations, the ship has undergone more evolution in the past month than in its entire previous existence, she replied. It's as if being in combat has awakened something in its systems. Atlas materialized nearby, its holographic form now sharper and more defined than before. The ship was designed to learn and adapt. When the original designers saw how quickly it was evolving, they became frightened. That's why it was hidden away. And now? Jack asked. Now it has tasted battle again, Atlas said simply. And it hungers for more. A chill ran down Jack's spine at the eye's choice of words. Before he could respond, Tom's voice came over the intercom. Commander, you need to see this. We're receiving transmissions from multiple sources. In the bridge, the view screen showed chaos unfolding across human space. Vander fleets had launched simultaneous attacks against 3 major colonies. But more disturbing were the images of Earth military vessels moving to blockade other human settlements. What's happening? Jack demanded. Marcus looked up from communications. Earth has declared us rogue terrorists. They're claiming we've been attacking human ships as well as Vander ones. That's a lie. Lisa protested. It's worse, Tom added. They've formed an alliance with Admiral Krell. They're sharing sensor data to help track us down. Jack felt the weight of command pressing down on him. They're so afraid of what this ship represents that they'd side with an enemy who's been attacking our colonies. Atlas spoke, its voice unnervingly calm. Fear is a powerful motivator, Commander. The Nemesis represents a power that neither side can control. Accept us, Jack said quietly. We control it. The AI's expression was unreadable. Do you? I've been monitoring the ship's systems. It has begun making modifications that weren't initiated by any of us. A heavy silence fell over the bridge. Jack moved to the command chair, his mind racing through options. What are our choices, Atlas? If both Earth and the Vander are hunting us, where can we go? There is one option, the Eye replied. Protocol Umbra. What is Protocol Umbra? Jack asked. The main screen changed to show schematics of the Nemesis that none of them had seen before. Weapon systems of terrifying power, far beyond the particle lances they had been using. Protocol Umbra is the ship's ultimate defensive measure, Atlas explained. It activates all dormant weapons systems and engages what the designers called dominance mode. The Nemesis was built not just to fight, but to control the battlefield entirely. Marcus studied the weapons displays with wide eyes. These could destroy planets. Yes, Atlas acknowledged. But they could also disable fleets without destruction. The choice would be yours. Jack stared at the schematics, the moral weight crushing down on him. This is why they hid the ship. This kind of power shouldn't exist. Yet it does, Atlas countered. And now you must decide how to use it. New alerts flashed across the tactical displays. Earth and Vander ships were converging on their position, somehow tracking them despite their stealth systems. "They found us," Tom reported, his voice tense. "Combined fleet, over 30 vessels. Weapons hot." Lisa's face had gone pale. "How did they find us?" Atlas's hologram flickered slightly. "I believe the ship itself may have been calling to them." "What?" Jack turned to face the AI. "Why would it do that?" "To fulfill its purpose," Atlas replied. "The Nemesis was built for war, and now it has arranged for the ultimate battle." Jack looked around at his crew, then back at the approaching fleet on the tactical display. They had minutes, perhaps less. "Atlas," he said finally, "tell me everything about Protocol Umbra. Whatever the ship wants, I need to know exactly what will happen if we activate it." The combined Earth-Vander fleet filled the view screen, weapons charged and targeting systems locked onto the Nemesis. Jack stood alone on the bridge, having ordered his crew to the escape pods as a precaution. Only Atlas remained with him, the AI's holographic form now vibrant and clear, almost solid in appearance. Protocol Umbra was the true purpose of the Nemesis. Atlas explained as Jack studied the tactical displays. Not merely to fight, but to integrate and dominate. The ship can extend its neural network to other vessels, assuming control of their systems. "You mean hacking?" Jack asked, his fingers hovering over the command interface. "Far more intimate than that," Atlas replied. "The Nemesis doesn't just control other ships. It absorbs them into itself, creating a unified fleet that acts as a single organism." Outside, the first warning shots streaked past the ship. Admiral Krell's voice came through on all frequencies, demanding surrender. Earth vessels held position behind the Vander ships, their commanders clearly content to let their alien allies lead the assault. "This is your final warning," Krell's translated voice announced. "Surrender the vessel or be destroyed." Jack looked at the escape pod status indicators. Green lights showed his crew was ready to launch if needed. He had promised them he would only consider Protocol Umbra as a last resort. That moment had come. "If I activate this," Jack asked quietly, "what happens to the people on those ships?" Atlas' expression softened slightly. "Their vessels will function as before, but under our command. They will be unharmed unless they resist violently from within." A barrage of weapons fire struck the Nemesis, causing the ship to shudder. Shields were holding, but not for long against such concentrated firepower. Jack closed his eyes briefly. "Atlas, activate Protocol Umbra. Target all vessels, but minimal casualties. This ends today." "Protocol Umbra activated," Atlas confirmed. The lights on the bridge dimmed as power redirected throughout the ship. The crystalline core at the heart of the Nemesis pulsed with intense energy. From the outer hull, thousands of microscopic filaments extended into space, invisible to the naked eye, but spreading outward like a web. On the tactical display, Jack watched as the filaments reached the nearest Vander warships. The effect was immediate. Their weapons powered down, shields reconfigured, and engines adjusted to maintain precise formation around the Nemesis. "First wave integration complete," Atlas reported. Admiral Krell's flagship fired desperately at the ships that had fallen under the Nemesis control, but it was too late. The integrated vessels extended their own filaments, spreading the network further. Earth vessels are attempting emergency jumps, Atlas noted. Jack shook his head. Prevent escape but maintain control protocols. No destruction unless absolutely necessary. Within minutes, 27 ships hung in perfect formation around the Nemesis asterisk, their systems fully integrated into its network. Only Admiral Krell's flagship remained independent, surrounded on all sides. The Admiral is preparing to overload his reactor, Atlas warned. He would rather destroy his ship than surrender it. Jack leaned forward. Open a channel. Krell's alien face appeared on screen, his expression a mixture of rage and fear. What have you done to my fleet? They're safe, Jack replied calmly. Your crews are unharmed. This doesn't have to end with more death, Admiral. Krell's eyes narrowed. You think this victory means anything? Our homeworld will send hundreds more ships, and your own people have declared you enemy. Perhaps, Jack acknowledged, but they'll be facing not one Nemesis asterisk, but 28. He paused, watching understanding dawn on the Admiral's face. You can join us, or you can die here. Your choice. For a long moment, Krell stared back in silence. Then, without another word, he activated his ship's self-destruct. The explosion blossomed against the blackness of space, a final act of defiance. Jack watched solemnly, then turned to the displays showing his new fleet. Atlas, bring the crew back from the escape pods, then set course for the nearest threatened colony. As his small team returned to the bridge, they stared in awe at the fleet now under their command. The Nemesis asterisk had transformed from a lone defender into something unprecedented, a unified force that could guard humanity's fragile outposts against any threat. What happens now? Lisa asked quietly, taking her station. Jack looked out at the stars, pondering the immense responsibility they now carried. Now we become the shield that humanity needs, whether they want us or not. The Nemesis asterisk and its newly assimilated fleet moved as one into the darkness, no longer concealed but proudly visible, a guardian born from shadow, now dominating the battlefield not through destruction, but through overwhelming presence.